You want to get
All
high?
right. All right, yeah, we're going to hang and start now, man. We're going to hang and start. All right. Welcome back to Everyday Epiphanies Podcast, episode, was it 13? Unlucky number 13. That's crazy. Well, we sit up here every other week and yap about a variety of miscellaneous topics. And, welcome back, Jay Grimm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There's the man of the
Whoa.
hour.
He said, "Let me show my face."
It was super sunny.
Right,
You was
yeah.
up, man.
Bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, what part of the world you in? It's dark
My
over here.
windows is
Man,
open.
for real.
When I'm done putting together some food, I'll be more present.
Yeah.
Fine.
Right.
What's on the table for today? Food for thoughts.
A bunch. I just want to say, at some point, I don't know. We gotta work on everything. I'm just saying this while it's recording, so I can listen back to this for myself. But I need to help you clip a lot of our things from prior podcasts. That's one.
I do have a plan for
And
that.
then I wanna do YouTube lives and or Twitches. Twitch streams. Twitch streams. Thank you. I sound old. I'll
Twitches.
never be that. But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to be able to get that because people be asking like, oh, what? I'm like, yeah, nah, it'll drop the following week. But
yeah, I'm definitely down for that.
Yeah,
because-
I'm with
because
that.
people definitely want to be involved or at least hear it real time. So
Yeah. Now that's actually pretty fucking lit and easier because I have to fix my shit up on the MacBook because my shit been lagging lately for some odd reason.
I just think it would be fun for one of you guys to drop F in the chat for something.
type deal, yeah.
But
That's in the chat type beat.
my boy Sal, he was telling me about what is it? I think it's Riverside. He gave me the site for it where I can send y'all the link and it's like
Okay.
a whole shit. It's pretty much a podcast site. Y'all join it. It's
Okay.
sort of like Zoom. Y'all join in, but it uses AI to clip our shit too. So yeah,
Like, go ahead.
yeah. No, I was just saying that. Yeah, it just use AI to clip our stuff and whatnot.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
when he told me that, I was like, yeah, that makes shit easier. So yeah, I was gonna pick a day, like one weekend and shit. We could just like test the shit out and see how it works.
Yeah, I'm game.
Yeah.
Checking it out.
So
Sound
we
like
can
it'd
do
be
it.
helpful.
On a side note, if you want to make it like a off day, so it's not like the official.
Right. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, no, I'm for sure down.
Yeah.
For sure. Man, give me a moment.
Yeah.
John, are you present or no? 'Cause I know you said you was making food or whatever, and I'm gonna just talk to you because I'm sure you can hear me more than you can speak back. If you are here in any capacity, I wanted you to ask the question that you had from the previous stream about the inner coach. I don't know if you still got that written down or if it was on your phone, and if not, I just want to double back on the question I already asked y'all. But John, are you here first?
I'm listening. I'm going back and forth between muting so you guys don't have to hear the food making noises.
No, you cool, man. Got a whole switch in the background, and you see where I'm at.
Right.
But yeah, go crazy if you got the question. If not, just pass it over to me, then I'll just keep going.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go grab the notebook.
Okay.
Grabbing the
But I thought about
notebook.
some other things I think would be interesting to talk about, somewhat controversial, but also things I've experienced in the past 2 weeks that I think are.
I like controversy.
But the questions, circling back to business terms, circling back, TPS reports, all kinds of bullshit, deliverables. Here it is. All right, so we were talking about our inner coach 2 weeks ago, and just wanted to ask each of you, or Fan, you brought up the inner coach, so I just wanted to ask you guys: is your inner coach you? Like, is this a third person, or is it yourself talking to yourself? Is it a version of you, a variation of you? You see it as yourself?
Yeah, I would say so. I would say, just to answer first and immediately, my inner coach is the best version of me, speaking to me, trying to guide me towards it. You know, it's like, this ain't it. It's like, you claim you want to be here. You don't even know what here is, but you can feel what's happening now, and this does not serve you. You shouldn't be here. This is a distraction. This is lower than. This is not pulling us forward. This is dropping us. What are you doing? It's kind of like if you ever have a moment where somebody asks you a question and you're actually going through it, they'll never know it. But then you give like the perfect advice and then you walk away like, fuck, where'd that come from?
Mm-hmm.
Or you'll be like, damn, I should really take that for myself.
Why did I think of that when I needed it?
Yeah, right? Like, whoa, that was in there? Like, yeah. But no, it's for sure me. It's just the better version of me.
Yeah, that's same for me. Mine's is like, it's sort of like what Fan said, but my inner coach is like what y'all are getting right now. Like me right now, my inner coach is out, pretty much. It's in this form right here. And when I go out into the world, I'm like in a blank state. So if that makes any sense.
It's like the present you.
Yeah, if that makes any sense. Because like out in the world, totally different person than what y'all see here right now.
Why?
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 Cause man, like I don't like to let people get too close. Because like, how can I put this? The shit that goes on in my head, bro, like, motherfuckers would think I'm fucking insane, bro. Like, I'll be completely honest. Like, what y'all getting right now is 100% me. 100%. I go out in the world, I'm like 50% of that. So, I am quiet, I am to myself, because I'm in my head. And, like, if anybody talks to me, like if we have these type of subjects right now, if anybody come, for some reason, I attract people that do come up to me and have these type of conversations with me, and I always ask them, I'm like, "Are you sure you're ready to have this conversation with me? Because we're gonna be here for a while. Like, we're gonna be here for a while, my boy." But yeah, that's my inner coach. If that make any sense of what I just said,
It do.
okay.
It does, but can you expand on blank slate? I think you said when you go out elsewhere, you're a blank slate.
Like, so if we didn't know each other, John, and you see me, you will probably think I'm mad as hell. Like, no expressions, really. I'm just in like I'm trying to find a word. Like, I'm in I can't even think of a word for it, but I'm like in a bubble where it's just like nothing else really matters around me for real. If that make any sense, like I really don't know how to explain it. I'm sorry, I don't. But
that's all right. Do you feel like it is you actively being? It's the water running. I'm not in the bathroom. I swear.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it is you? Trying to think. Do you think that blank slate is something that you're adding, or do you think it is just the absence of you? If that makes sense.
I would probably say.
I guess. All right. Let me reword that.
Yeah.
Is the blank slate that you're talking about intentional, or are you deliberately trying to be a blank slate, or are you just removing this version of you?
Okay. That sounds better. So, it kind of is intentional because, like, I feel like I can't have these type of conversations with everybody. And, like, I do like to talk to people, but I try to, like, limit myself who I talk to because, like I said, you can't have these conversations with everybody. And it's just, like, I just stick to myself. And, like, like I said before, I just attract people to have these conversations with, and I'm like, you sure you're ready to have a conversation with me? Because we're gonna be here for a while, my boy. Like for real. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like nothing I said made any sense. I'm gonna be honest.
You do know, and you are.
It does.
You answered it.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to say you were making sense, and you do know.
I guess to give my answer, I think the voice that I hear in my head, like the coach per se, is I'm trying to figure out how I want to say it correctly. It's something that I've preloaded, if that makes sense. I feel like it's something I consciously think about. So you take time to think about where you want to go, like your trajectory in life, and you think about who you gonna be then. That's who the coach is to me. You know what I mean? So like, say you get the question all the time, like what you think you're gonna do in 5 years, right? That's the person I'm talking to. The person who I think is gonna be me in 5 years. So like, if I'm just in an everyday activity and something going on, it's like, all right, Marty, how you want to carry yourself right now? You want to carry yourself like that person you want to be in 5 years. So that's the coach I'm listening to. So yeah, it's definitely me, but it's future me.
Right.
Or I should say it's who I would like to be. It may not necessarily be the me in the present, like Courtney, but like it's near future me. So it's like he don't have all the answers, but he got something figured out. He got what I think I don't have figured out. If that makes sense.
I want that. Let's unpack that.
You feel me? Like
they have what you don't have figured out. Is that what you said?
Yeah, they got what I think I don't have figured out. I already got the answer. I already know how to get to that 5-year point. I've already thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what's keeping me on track to get there. You get me? That's what's leading me in the right direction, keeping me from going astray. And this could go way bigger. That voice could be God. But I don't know if we want to get to that conversation. And this might just be, how I'm going in life right now. But, I think that voice is what I think I don't have figured out, which I already have figured out. And that's why I'm able to give myself advice on situations at hand. So, yeah, I think that's my answer.
Your inner coach, do you feel like that coach gives you answers, or do you feel like they point you in the direction? If they have the answers, are they telling you what the answers are, or are they telling this Marty how to find them?
They telling me how to find them. I don't think they necessarily have the answer. It's kind of like what I was telling y'all last episode, like thinking about what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like taking a second, thinking about what's gonna get me to where I'm trying to go or whatever. Like I know how to get there. You just gotta consciously make them decisions, and the conscious part of that sentence is the coach. Like moving without thinking, just doing whatever, that shows you don't have that coach.
Say that last part again.
Doing without thinking shows that you don't have that coach. And this can be, grand scheme of things, or this could be just to the smallest task. You running out in the street, crossing the street without looking both ways. That's showing you ain't got no coach. Because you didn't think future me is going to regret that. Like I got hit by that truck, right? Let's take real life examples. I got hit by that truck, and future me was like, damn, I should have took an extra second at the stop sign. Yes. I hope that makes sense.
Do you think your coach would have that lesson if that hadn't happened? Or if some experience similar to that hadn't happened that make you take those extra seconds and listen?
He wouldn't have had that answer because it wouldn't have been relevant. He, as in the coach, wouldn't have that. And that's how you learn. You learn from the mistakes. The coach is 10 steps ahead of you, learning from the mistakes that you made before you think you've learned from them. So like you already consciously thinking about that mistake. And I hope this is not going too meta, but I'm trying to make sure my point is getting across that you already know the answer. You just helping yourself get there. And that's the inner monologue or whatever.
That's interesting. I think you bring up a good point about it sounds like each of you it sounds like each of your coaches are a future version or a future thing, a place you want to go, something you want to get to.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, would you all agree with that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would say my inner coach is like if I'm talking to a regular person and it's not the comfort of y'all, I would actually label it as discernment. I would say it is the ability to judge a situation thoroughly, right? Like, but the reason why I label it the coach is because it is the coach. I'm still the player. I can still fuck up. I can still not abide by the play that was given and try to, you know, make a call on my own in real time. But it's like, damn, I should have listened to the coach about 100 times out of 100. Like I should have listened. I should have.
Yeah.
And usually when I don't, I'm like, yeah, I played myself. I did, but I did it for the plot, you know.
For the loss.
I got some experience out of it, so now I can explain this better to somebody who might actually go through this and explain why not to, or what they may encounter when they go through it. So it's not like a lost cause, but like, yeah. So again, if I didn't have you guys to speak to outwardly about the inner coach, it's still discernment.
Right. I guess I want to ask a question about that.
Go away.
You don't necessarily have to listen to this coach.
No, you don't.
I guess that wasn't a statement, but more like a question. Go ahead.
So you don't have, I mean, just like in sports, you don't have to listen to any coach.
Right.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you don't.
You just hope that they have your best interest at heart.
Right.
What your first question? Can you answer that for yourself, John?
Is my coach me?
Yes.
I think so. But I think mine's a little different because I feel like mine's a past me. Ooh. And it's a fucking old head that's just like, hey, young blood, don't do that. You remember that? Remember that time you talked too much and you didn't let that other person talk and you felt bad about it? Remember that? Well, let them talk this time. Shit like that.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. So you trying to learn, you're constantly replaying the lessons that you learned and how you didn't incorporate those lessons in the past, making sure you don't do it again.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Like, if I do something stupid, it's like, damn, John.
The fool me, you can't get fooled again.
I was just thinking that.
Well, we all inherently do, and I'm an overthinker by nature, so like that example I gave about, oh, I didn't let them talk enough, or I talked too much and the other person didn't. And there's been times where I brought that up to people and said, hey, sorry I talked so much today, and they're like, I didn't even fucking think about that. Like, what are you talking about? But I think it's my tendency to overthink things. And I spend a lot of time just in my own head. So I think, I don't know, I like to plan. I don't. That's a lie. I take that back. I think so much. Man, let me think of how I want to word this. The best things that have happened to me have came as a result of me winging it. So my coach, I believe, is an old head or a past version because he's like, hey, here's where we were before. Just keep this in your head when you make those future decisions, when you go with the flow, when you're flexible. Factor this into your decision making process, and then just let it rip. See what happens, and you'll get where you're supposed to be. I think that's why mine is an old one or past.
Okay.
That's a different perspective.
Because I don't know how to get to where I want to be because I don't know where I want to be. If I'm being completely honest, I don't know.
Yeah. And that's kind of what we talked about last time. A lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
So, I feel you.
I will say, after listening to y'all, I'm able to get my thoughts better. Which I'm gonna start letting y'all talk first because I'm gonna be honest, like my thoughts be jumbled. I think, bro, because like I'll be trying to keep up with my brain. I'm not gonna lie. Mine's is basically present. It's present. It's present.
Mm-hmm.
Marty's is future. Jay's is past. Mine's is present. Mine's is definitely present. Yeah. I just want to throw that out. That little tidbit.
And Fan exists in the atomical in between.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. John's is in the past. I think mine is definitely more of a future based situation, and I think with more practice, it's become more apparent that it's future. Because if I lived in my past self, I think it's more petty. I think past self justifies a lot of bad decision making for me personally, because it's like up until this point, like you did this, like you, and for me, I've chosen correctly, or let me say this, on a societal view, not a personal view. On a societal view, I've chosen correctly in the past, so my past self would be like, go ahead, lash out. It's overdue. Do it. You know, future me is like, for us, keep going. Don't. Like, you see this person, you've been there, you can relate. There's a quote or something like that. I forget what it is. I think it's like, it's hard to hate up close, which is insinuating that once you understand, it's hard to really hate something. Like, if you know where it's coming from and why they hate, right? You're like, yeah, no, I get you, dude. Like, I've been there, and I promise it's not that deep.
It's not that bad, my boy.
Which goes to y'all's quotes before when I was
Except
asking what was the most valuable. You said, what about the Gatorade? It's not that deep?
No, because I was like, it's not that bad, my boy. And I was like, except for that Gatorade.
Yeah. We talking about the cucumber for all those watching.
Shit was horrible. Yep.
Bro.
I pulled that. Oh, man, it must not be that bad. Yeah, worst decision I ever made in my life. Worst decision.
Do one of y'all like that cucumber? Somebody in here like that? Because y'all other two kind of quiet.
No, it wasn't one of us. It was Muhammad or some shit.
I remember Slim was sipping on it, but honestly, I just have to check.
It might have been. I don't know, man. I have a feeling it was white. No, not even bullshitting with you.
You said what? You said what?
I said I have a feeling it was somebody white.
No. I'm confident. No, it was Slim, man. I know it was Slim.
It was probably
I was thinking Muhammad. I ain't gonna lie. I could be wrong though.
I thought Slim was sipping on that comfortably. I'm like, yeah, bro, you foul.
He's out of his mind.
Hey, I just want to say, man, that shit was so horrible, bro, that I forgot that shit was in my room. Fan came over. He was like, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? He's like, why the fuck is it still here? I'm like, what? What's still
No. Pause. No. I saw it in his room and got mad. I'm like, bro, you brought it again?
I was so confused.
You bought this more than once?
I was so confused at what he was talking about. I'm like, what are you talking about?
And he told me it was the same one. It was like months later. He just had it like in the cut.
That shit, I forgot that shit was even there, bro.
Making my stomach hurt. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Yeah. But yeah, man. No, the inner coach, man. I don't be listening. Intercoach be loud now for me, and as of late, I think. But I don't be listening. I'll be free balling it. I ain't gonna hold you. I'll be over here like
happens to the best of us, man.
But that's the thing. I'm not listening on a whim. I'm not listening like with reason. Like, no, I need to prove to myself
right
that this is definitively it or not it. So like if I fall flat on my ass, I'll be like, okay, but now we know. Like
right.
Yeah.
Like that's my own fault.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. And then I'll be able to live happily after I get over whatever I might be going through. But like it's the reason this right here, John, is why I was having such a hard time on the previous heart to heart when it was me, you, and Marty about hindsight being 2020. Because I'm like, dude, I sit with it. I promise I see it before it happens. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, fuck it. But then when I fall flat on my face, I can't be mad at no one but me.
Right.
Like,
that's all right. The thing is, I'm about to say something so general it applies to everything on the fucking planet.
Let's hear it.
You can't fully understand anything until you experience it yourself.
Yeah.
Fact.
So that's what it's like, damn. And usually it takes us twice to learn the lesson because we always make an excuse for the first time. Nah, that was a fluke. That person was just having a bad day. Or nah, that chick she was just mean. And it's always learn.
Yep.
Oh God.
Fluke is a delusional thought.
Say the generalized thing again for the people, if you remember it.
Yeah. You can't fully understand anything until you experience it yourself.
Can't fully
understand
anything
until you experience it yourself.
I mean, it's the difference between sympathy and empathy, right? I can be like, man, your one of your parents died. That sucks. But you can't fully understand that. You can't empathize with them until you've had a loved one of your parents die. That's just an example.
Yep.
Great good example, though.
It's a great one. Yeah.
So, follow-up question.
Go crazy. I'm still here.
Your coach was to write a diss for Drake. What would the title be?
Wait, say that again.
If your inner coach was to write a Drake diss track, what would the title of the song be?
I'll call that shit Cats.
Cats like meow?
Yeah. He be talking about for all his dogs all the time. Yeah, my shit gonna be called Cats for sure.
That's actually hot.
Yep. Paparazzi gonna see me with a cat head on.
Mine's will probably be. I'll probably be calling mine VAS. VAS. Stands for Viper Assassination Squad. It's Kill Bill.
Jeez.
It's Kill Bill. 20v1. He think he Uma Thurman.
Yeah.
Makes sense. It makes sense.
You guys actually come up with some good shit.
See? What you got, friend?
I'm trying, man. I don't know. I was going. This track, I don't know, bro. No, I ain't got it. I ain't got. Huh?
I was thinking something like Jimmy's Wheelchair Fund or some shit.
Hilarious.
Oh, that's a good one.
Hilarious.
That's a great one. Go fund me for the wheelchair.
I mean, you could just call your track Ricky. Ricky.
Oh shit.
I mean, that's how you got put in the wheelchair.
That's facts, though. You're not wrong.
Ricky!
Or it's just not shot in the back like a boy.
Looking boy. Hey, man, bring that song back. That was my jam.
Oh shit! Hey,
Bring back the cook culture.
Imagine if Metro them hopped on that beat, boy, and saw the cooking Drake has.
Pouring them out.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The best I got for you right now is I just blitzed. I just brainstormed so many different options. I'll probably call it To Pimp a God. That's what I would call it.
To Pimp a God.
Yeah.
That's a crazy thought process. You
know,
sound like Yeezy.
Because he's supposed to be 6 guy, right? Like, and since he going at Kendrick, Pimp a Butterfly, Pimp a God.
You know,
that's fly. That's fly.
Speaking of music, one of the things I was thinking about today that I want to talk to y'all about. You remember when "Whoop That Trick" came out? And we all just accepted it.
Accepted it.
Whoop That Trick was the track.
We had to be in junior high when Hustle and Flow came out.
Age showing right now.
Age showing.
I used to spit all the lyrics in my eyes. I done see some crazy things in these streets.
Yeah. Whoop that trick, get him. Whoop that trick.
That's crazy, actually. We were promoting the wrong thing.
We were children. And we were
children.
I feel like I want to go back and rewatch that movie.
Is it gonna age well?
Probably not.
No.
You know what? You know what did not age well?
What did not age well?
The very first Transporter movie with Jason Daddy Statham.
What you call it?
No Diddy. No Diddy, man.
No Diddler.
Strikes again. Where's Batman when you need him?
Diddy, no Diddler, boy.
Broke that fat nigga back, man.
Broke that back. Back, man.
Oh my God.
Hey, have y'all seen his whole dissertation on math and physics?
Ooh.
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard?
Yeah.
Yes.
That man cooking.
That man quit acting to go back to school to tell y'all math is wrong. It's crazy.
Stop playing with me, bro. I'm not listening to it.
Yeah.
I'm not.
This man a mathematician now, bro.
He's something. And it's not like on a whim. Like he actually spent time.
He trying to be the god of math at this point.
He claimed, the logic language he claimed would be used to prove the statement 1 × 1 = 2. How can it equal 1? He said. If 1 × 1 = 1, that means that 2 is of no value because 1 times itself has no effect. 1 × 1 = 2 because the square root of 4 is 2. So what's the square root of 2? This is his words. He is. He's
so deep in the bag that he's like, if multiplication is supposed to do what the name suggests, which is to multiply, he was like, why is 1 × 1 1? He's like, that in and of itself is false. Because he was like, if you square root, it's a whole lot, bro.
I don't know about y'all, but 1 × 1 = 1 makes perfect fucking sense to me.
Well, I don't fucking know no more.
He said that's just me, but he said, hey, going on a whim here.
Just crazy, man.
It sounds to me like the math is mathing.
Yeah, don't shoot the messenger, but
You said, man.
Aliens, man. Aliens.
Mathematics, man.
He became a mathematics man. That's a double entendre for you. If you ever wanted one. He made
great one.
Mathematics till he became the main at mathematics. You feel me?
He is the man.
He is the man.
Terrence Howard is a great human. Protect him at all costs.
I was speaking of nothing. I was out poking around a little bit today, and there's a small, tiny little cemetery that's up the street. So I was just going to look and see it, look at some headstones, and just read people's names and stuff like that.
Okay.
I looked more so. I just wanted to see like what the oldest one was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the one that I found, I didn't go through the whole cemetery, but I found one. The guy died in 1939, which is
Okay.
pretty damn old.
Yeah.
And it had underneath it, it didn't say like, brother, father, lover, all this shit. It just said his name was something Comfort. It was like Darius or like Doug Comfort. And underneath it said known as Unk.
Yeah.
U-N-K. I was like, hey, this is Unk right here.
Shout out,
39?
Oh,
That's
man.
crazy.
1939. Can you imagine having the nickname Unk?
No.
Unk in 1939.
You the coolest one.
Yeah.
Ever.
That's the original Unk right there.
Man, for real. Jay found the
Hey.
first person named Unk, boy.
All right, I could teach finesse.
John, let me ask you this. Have you had any odd happenings in your life? Because you done lived life, man. You be out in the wild and whatnot. Like I be feeling like you ain't. What's the weirdest thing that's happened to you in your lifetime? If I had to narrow it down.
In general, everything.
In general, like when I ask that question, do you have a thing that comes to your mind where you're like, no, we gonna ignore that. That one we gonna tuck that. Like, you have anything odd like that happening to you?
It wasn't supernatural, but when I was in college, I was delivering pizzas for shout out to Marco's Pizza. Marty, you worked there too.
Yeah.
It's a meme, y'all.
It is really.
But there's this one guy. I mean, there's the short version and there's the long version. Depends on what do you want.
Gotcha.
Shit.
Cook up.
All right.
I gotta plug my phone in then. It's at 4%.
Dang.
Damn. Oh my god.
Living life on the edge.
My
Right.
computer that I have is a work computer, so I can't. It won't allow me to give permissions to like Google Chrome to use the camera,
Gotcha.
so that I can get on the computer because I don't have my own computer.
Gotcha.
All right, so I pulled up to his house, do a delivery. You're not gonna no. Benjamin's trying to get my plate.
Bus.
Bus.
Bus a bus.
Long live the bus, man.
All right.
Hell yeah. But anyway,
May he reign.
long may he reign.
Long
I
may he
pulled up to
reign.
his house. The guy was like, "Oh, hey, it was a guy and a bunch of his friends. I don't have any money. Do you mind? Like, my house is right around the corner. If you take me to my house, I'll give you like a $20 tip." I was like, "This might as well happen. Fuck it." I was like, "He's got to pay me, so whatever." Gets in my car. We go drive around the corner, and he's like, "Oh, how's the day going?" I was like, "It's fine, man. I'm just chilling, just driving around." All right. Goes into the house. Comes back out with a roll of hundreds. And his bill was like $18. We don't carry $80 worth of change on us. We carry $15. So we
Right.
don't get robbed.
Right.
Right. Makes sense.
Fair.
That makes sense.
So he was like, crap. All right. Well, if you give me a ride to the store, like the convenience store, it's right up the street. I'll break this. I'll get some change, and then I'll give it back to you and give you a tip and everything. I was like, all right, cool. So as we're in the car, we get in the car, and I'm driving up to the convenience store. It's down the road, and he was like, I don't remember all the exact words because it was years ago now, but he basically was like, "Oh, how?" I'll fast forward to the good bits, but he was just like, "Oh, do you live in sin?" I'm like, dude, do I live in sin? What does this mean? He was like, oh, like sexual intercourse, pornography. And I was like, yeah, man. I do, in fact, live in sin.
Yeah,
And he goes, that's okay, man. I used to live in sin too. I used to steal stuff, and I would lust over my adoptive mother, and it got really weird. Really weird, the shit that he started confessing to me. What's that?
I said it took a left turn.
yeah,
it got real weird real quick. So then he continues to go and talk, like, mention people in the Bible, and at this point I'm like, hey man, are you gonna tip me or what? We get to the convenience store, and he's still sitting in the car, like, trying to convince me to come back and join in the fellowship of him and his friends at their place. I'm like, brother, I'm working.
Right.
I am on the clock. So we get to the store, and he's still sitting in there. I was like, hey, I got to get back, so do you mind going in there and getting the change? Goes in there, gets the change, comes back out, continues to talk about the same stuff, take him back to his place. He gives me the money. He gets out, and there's 100 that's sitting on my center console. I go and I stand up out of the car. I was like, hey, you left this. And he was like, oh, no, that's for you. And he walks inside. I was like, God?
right.
All of a sudden, I started believing real quick. I didn't say anything to anybody. I drive back to the store. I didn't tell anybody about any of this. A couple minutes later, the phone rings. Someone picks it up. My coworker, whose name was also Marty.
Nice.
He picked up the phone, and he came over to me and goes, hey, John, there's a guy that said he left $100 in your car. I was like, oh, yeah, I know who that is. And he was like, oh, okay. Why was he in your car? I was like, I'll tell you later, Marty. I did not tell Marty later.
Yeah.
What?
So
Why did
at
he
that
call?
point,
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, he called because he realized he left $100 in my car and he wanted his $100. He didn't actually mean to leave that for me.
That's crazy.
I don't know. He was compelled by the Holy Spirit or something. I don't know what was going on. But he was like, oh, by the time I got back, my friends ate all my food, so I'm just going to order more food.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Order more food, went over there, dropped it off, and then it was fun.
Did he get the $100 back?
Yeah.
What, the ham sandwich? I'll be mad as hell.
I'm confused.
It was weird. If you got questions, I don't have answers.
Yeah, I'm confused as hell.
I always have questions, but I'm going to take it off of you and then pivot. For the people who may ever watch this video, right? I'm going to reference this to GTA because I feel like a lot of people play GTA, right? In any other game in any other game it's a side quest, but in GTA specifically it's called stranger missions. Because if you're not doing the main quest, you talk to a random person on the street, they have like a little icon, easy as hell to miss. But if you talk to it or the person, it sends you down a crazy rabbit hole. So from here, I want to ask, have y'all ever had any stranger mission-esque incidents with people in real life? Because that to me was a stranger mission.
I know
John.
you have, fan, and I'm waiting on you to tell that story.
I got.
You already know what story I'm waiting on you to tell, but
I don't know which one because I've gone through so many.
Darius.
Oh, you mean Raheem?
Raheem.
I definitely got that one. That was crazy. But Marty, do you have any?
Yeah, I got one. And this doesn't happen to me very often because I'm gonna just be honest. I'm a pretty closed off person. I'm not following no threads like that. But this thread just so happened to follow me. So I'm sitting there at work a couple days ago. Actually, it's just happened, and I'm just kind of doing my thing at my desk, and I look up, and it's this weird ass guy standing at one of the windows. So like if we on the corner, it's like an L shape of windows, right? So I look up and make eye contact with him. He's just looking through the window at me, and I make eye contact with him. And as soon as I do, he turns and heads towards the door. He like comes into the shop, and he go, "Hey man, some of this stuff y'all got hanging in here is great. I used to live in Wyoming." And then he just gets to talking about how he used to live in Wyoming and how he had all these girls. He don't want to live in a city. He was just talking, right? Beside the point, I'm finna get to the meat of this story. The meat of the story is he used to be friends with a lot of like rich and famous people. He starts name dropping like Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen. Like he used to be hanging with these people on like an everyday basis. And he said he came across a very large like cache of movie money. I'm like, okay. He was like, man, I played this trick on all my friends where I light it on fire and smoke cigars and it freaks everybody out. And I'm just like playing along, trying to get him out of the store. Like, that's great. You got something you want to like frame or something, bro? and then we get into that, right? So he leaves. 2 days later, he comes back in the store with this fat wad of hundreds. And he goes, I just wanted to give you some of this movie stuff. Don't do the wrong thing with it. So now I got this fat ass stack of blue notes. This is in real life right now. I have this fat ass stack of fake blue notes. I'm gonna get them shredded. But it's just so strange. Like that's a side mission that just pulled up. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this fat wad. Is he gonna come back and ask for this back? What is he doing?
I would almost keep it to the side just in case, you know.
He handed it to me, and then he was like, "Man, I just wanted to share the wealth." And I'm looking around like,
"What wealth?
What wealth?
It's not real.
It's not real, bro. You can like hold it up. It doesn't have watermarks. Good. The fucking blue stripe is not right. It looks real, like from a distance. If I hold it up, I don't have it now because Quinn got my book bag. But if you look at it, it look like real hundreds. But he gave me a fat ass stack of them bitches, and I need to get them out of the book bag. Actually, I need to tell Quinn they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird as hell. But yeah, that kind of stuff doesn't happen to me very often because I'm very like closed off. I'm not trying to end up dead. I know that sounds crazy, but that's just how I be. I'm not following them rabbit holes, I guess.
You want to go? Oh yeah, I go. All right, so this is when I was working at Sam's Club, right? I get off work. I had let Marty, you don't know him, but Kevin. I let Kevin and Binu use my car, right? So they come pick me up. They come pick me up from work. It's like 12 o'clock. Kevin, well, I'm gonna call him Tony. Tony like, hey, can we go out to Indiana? I gotta pick up this chick. All right, cool, whatever, bro. We're gonna go out to Indiana. So we driving to Indiana and shit and whatnot, right? I'm not realizing what part of Indiana we in, bro. So I mean, we drive and we go pick up, right? So I'm thinking like I'm finna take this man to like motherfucking hotel or some shit, and then Beano will come pick the nigga up later. Nope. Apparently we're going back to Beano crib. This was Beano was standing trapped. So on the way back, right? So I'm driving, of course. I got Tony in the passenger seat. I got Beano in the back, and I got Shorty in the back, bro. So we driving, and at this point, it's like 2 a.m. I'm like, fuck, man, I gotta get up in the morning. So you know me, you know how I drive, bro. I get the, driving and shit. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Ain't nobody on the fucking highway, bro. Bro, I kid you not, bro. Lights. Woo, 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 woo. Fuck, man. Right? Pull over. Cop pull up. Cop come over there. He like, no, I pulled you over. Probably because I was speeding. I'm like, it's like 2 a.m, bro. I'm trying to get back home. I'm like, I went to go pick up my brother and his girl. So I'm taking them back to my cousin's house. Like, man, I'm just trying to go back home. I got to get up in the morning, right? He like, well, yeah, you doing like, I don't know how much I was doing. He like, I can take you to jail for reckless driving. I'm like, okay, whatever, bro. So Tony get the yapping, bro. Get the yapping. I'm like, bro, shut up. Me and Beano like, shut up, bro. Shut up, right? He like, so what's wrong with your partner over there? I'm like, man, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know. This man still yapping. He like, driver, can you step out the car for me? I was like, this motherfucker, I swear to God, bro. So you get out of the car, right? They didn't do shit, but you know, I'm sitting out there. When I get out the car, Marty, Jay, it's like 4 police cars, bro. I'm like,
he called back up,
bro. I don't know where they came from. I don't know, cause he didn't pull out, bro. Cause he stopped us, got out. So it wasn't like no, like he called back. Well, he probably did. I don't know, but
right?
Like 4 police cars and shit, whatnot, right? I'm out there. I'm joking with the cop. I'm trying to make them laugh and shit. Cause man, I'm not trying to get no ticket. I'm not trying to get shot.
Or
like,
go
bro,
to jail.
Or go to jail, bro.
Right.
So I'm out there. Well, I'm out there tap dancing, boy. You already know I go.
Oh,
I had to, boy. But no, they at the end of the day, they was cool or whatnot. But man, we get Shorty back to Beano crib or whatnot, right? Come to find out, bro, Shorty had been there for a week. Like from the time we went to go pick her up and the time that I slid on Beano with them, it's been a week. Shorty had been there all week. And I'm like, Beano, what the fuck, bro? He like, shit, how if I know? I'm like, man, she need to go to the crib. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? He like, shit, I don't know. Tony ordered some food and that was last thing, you know, I heard. I'm like, he ain't got no money, so I don't know how they eating. Cause, you know, ain't no food in the trap, bro. So
no, it wasn't.
Ain't no food in the trap. Yeah.
Man.
So that's my crazy story. That's one of them.
No, that's pretty insane.
Yeah.
To me, she's the mystery. But I know Beano is the stranger mission god amongst us.
Yeah.
That dude.
What?
Do you have more information about her?
No. Like, because me and Beano was talking. I'm like, Beano, bro, ain't nobody looking for her, bro. She ain't got family. Ain't nobody calling to check on her, bro.
A week
like,
is crazy.
A week, bro.
Crazy,
like, shorty in the trap eating, you know, and chicken.
Yeah.
Ramen noodles.
Bro.
Nah, not ramen noodles.
But that's one story.
Oh.
The second story is a lot shorter. A lot shorter. So,
okay.
This was after I stopped hanging out with Tony. I'm like, fuck it, man, I'm gonna go kick it one more time. This was the last time I kicked with him after this. So I was messing with some shorty out west. He was messing with another chick. So after I got to know with her, he came and scooped me, and he like, man, I gotta go hit one more. Alright, cool, bet. So I'm supposed to be lookout, right? Cool. I'm just sitting in the living room, man, chilling on my phone, just waiting to see lights and whatnot, right? Bro, I don't know where the lights came from. I don't know. There was no lights. All I heard was keys, bro. I don't know what. I don't know where the people came from. Her sister and her brother came in, and I'm standing in the middle of the living room, bro. Buddy's like, man, who the fuck is this in my house? In my mind, I'm like, man, I'm finna have to square up right here, right now, bro. Bro, Shorty come running upstairs. She's like, oh no, this my friend. He can ready to go from college and blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to leave for college, and I was just saying, what's up? He's like, yeah, all right. I'm like, yeah, all right. Walked out the crib, bro. I didn't even turn my back. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't turn my back. I just walked out the crib. Just walked out the crib.
As you should.
Yeah, you should have been up out of there.
Got in the car, bro. Wait on Tony come out. He got a car. Boy, I'll let his ass have it. I'm like, see, this is why I don't hang out with you, bro. This is exactly why, bro. Yeah, nah, I ain't kicked the Will since. Bro. Yeah.
Y'all got some wild stories, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, people are nuts.
Hey, no, like real life. I got so many. I have so many that I don't know. I don't know which one to pick. I'm gonna give you a really short one that I think is still playing out.
Still.
Okay, bro, because this happened. This was when it started. It was like 2017.
Goddamn.
2017 to 2018. I ran into this
7 years ago.
bro. Random. Had nothing to do with me. I was on my way to work and ran into a chick at a Dunkin' Donuts and got to talking to me about life. And I indulge. When it's life, I'm like, all right, yeah. Stranger mission commence. Like immediately. I'm saying some stuff. She's like, you're really insightful. I'm like, oh, thanks. I mean, whatever you think is all that matters. It's not about what I think.
Right.
She's like, huh. You're right. I'm like, I guess. Got my extra large coffee with three shots of espresso, left. Right? I see her again months later. Months. I'm at work. I mean, like, I literally was walking to where I was supposed to be. It was a post that I was supposed to be at, right? And a car pulls up beside me. I'm thinking, oh, what's going on? Because I'm in uniform and everything. I'm thinking, all right, what's happening? Gets out the car, was like, I was looking for you. I'm like, I didn't even bother to ask how you found me. I'm gonna leave this one up to coincidence that you ran into me. Mm-hmm. I'm just over here shocked because it's somebody else driving. She pulled over. The person who was driving pulled over. She hopped out. She's like, I've been wanting to give you this. So it's really funny that I ran into you. So here, take this. It's a little red bag. And it's like tied with a red knot. She's like, don't open it. I'm like, all right, I won't. She was like, it'll open when everything is supposed to happen to you that's supposed to happen. I'm like, okay. I was like, I'll put it in my bag. I'll make sure like nothing happens to it. She's like, yeah. She was like, I don't know what's going on with you. She was like, but you want control too much. You need to let go. Let life do what it needs to do for you, and everything will go exactly how it's supposed to go. She's like, you have a great rest of your day. Hopped in the car, drove off.
Pimped off.
So that bag was in my Equinox, right?
Mm-hmm.
Equinox got absolutely wrecked. Like wrecked, total, right? And the bag was sitting right on top, perfectly fine. And I'm like, I'm gonna take this. So now it's just like sitting at my OG's basement right now. So that's a stranger mission that's actively going. That I don't know what that was about.
Active quest.
I'm gonna go to the one Courtney wants me to talk about really quick because that one was insane. Mind you, I passed out because I ate Don's. It was McDonald's, right? Sent me to a coma. Woke up. It's like 2 a.m. My fat ass wanted more snacks. So, and I needed gas. So I went to a BP. I'm pumping gas, and I see a guy I think I know, and I'm like, I know him, and he looking at me like he know me, and he throw his arms up, and I'm like, oh. And then he get close. As he gets closer, I'm like, I do not know this nigga. I don't know who the fuck this is. But fuck it, we ball. We gonna keep going. He's like, hey man, you went to district da da da. I'm like, yeah, because I did. It wasn't. It wasn't misinformation. No, it wasn't. He was like, yeah man, you remember Brandon who played football? Shout out Brandon Lloyd, because this is who I thought he was talking about. I'm like, yeah, I know Brandon with the locks. He was a wide receiver for. He was like, yeah, you know exactly. Yeah. We was like, what's up, man? How you doing? You dap me up and whatnot. I'm like, yeah. He like, hey man, you mind taking me home by chance, bro? My Uber not popping up. Like I need to go. I'm like, oh, what direction you headed? He was like, oh, I'm going to Gary. I'm like,
no, I can't even do it, dude.
So I literally, he caught me in the middle of pumping gas. I already got my snacks. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, I'm finna have a full tank. Fuck it, it's cool. I was like, hop in. I'll take you real quick. So we riding, and he's like, man, he's like, I'm real thankful for you, man. This is a blessing. You don't even know. I was walking from like way the hell away. So he's walking for a hot minute, for hours. Mind you, when I woke up, it's like 2 a.m. at this point. This shady hours anyway. Right?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
So he was talking to me. He was like, yeah, man, you don't even know, man. Today been a crazy day. I almost had to tap a nigga in his ass. I was like, whoa, what? He's like, yeah, man, they was talking to me crazy. And he pulled the gun out the side of his bro, waving it in the car. Waving it, bro.
Chitty bang, man.
And I'm like, damn, bro. I'm glad you made it out there, man. Like, I'm glad you safe, bro. He like, nah, I'm always gonna be safe. They the ones that need to worry about me. I'm like, all right, nah, bro, we cool. We cool, man. I was like, matter of fact, like I already know how to get to Gary, but here, take my phone, go ahead and put your address in there so we can get there quicker.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to this like cul-de-sac area, whatever. It's apartments. It's not houses though, right? It's one of those. It's not gated, but it's like security up the front type thing. A lot of places in Indiana is like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we get in there. There's a bunch of guys outside. He's like, yeah, we right here. He's like, hey, y'all. He's like, come out, say hey to such and such. Like I don't know nothing at this point. At this point, I'm faking the fun because I don't know who this dude is.
Yeah.
I don't know who this dude is. I don't know who he thinks I am. I get out the car. He's like, hey, y'all, I found Raheem. And I'm like, what's up, y'all? and 2 of the 3 run up to me and dap me up. Like, what's up? See you, sister? I'm like, what's up? And I'm just cheesing. I ain't saying shit. I'm gonna let them talk because they was already talking amongst themselves, right? And there's one dude who's mugging me. The second I got out the car, he ain't come up and say hey. He just looking. I'm like,
I'm finna slap right here, man.
I ain't wanna say. He was like, and the dude who I dropped off, I can't remember his name at the moment because I heard one of the other guys say his name, but I don't remember right now. He was like, he's talking to the dude who was mugging me. He's like, come say what's up to him, man. Why you acting funny? He was like, hey, don't you owe me money, bro?
Oh shit.
And I'm like, I ain't say nothing. And before I can say anything, the dude who I dropped, like, nah, bro, this Raheem. He's like, Raheem. He was like, nah, this Jeremiah, bro. That's not Raheem. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm Raheem. he was like, all right. He's like, man, oh shit. He's like, I thought you was this other dude, bro. He owed me like, it was some dollar amount that I ain't got right now.
Was it a crazy dollar amount?
No, it was a crazy dollar amount. I don't have. It was a ticket at least. You feel me? Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, nah. And at this point, I'm like kind of jittery because I'm like, yeah, this is. I don't know, man, none of these niggas. So I was so scared, bro, that I went back to the car. Like, hey, no, before I went back to the car, like, hey man, y'all want some snacks or something? Hell yeah, they was like, yeah, you want to go back in the house? We was just done smoking, but we'll light another one up for you.
Oh no.
I'm like, here, I'm gonna hand y'all these snacks though. You can have this. I'm gonna bounce. I gotta get back to my lady, man. She was waiting on me. I was just doing him a solid.
Yeah.
And all right, man, we'll catch you later. I'm like, all right, dapped everybody up, drove off. And in some people's lives, I'm Raheem. Raheem, if you ever watch this, you saved. Bro.
Hey, boy, if your name is Jeremiah, boy, you better watch your back.
Hey, if Jeremiah's watching this, fuck you.
All right.
Man, hey, I almost took an L for you, Jeremiah.
Oh, that was wild as hell, actually.
Man's back.
Bro,
hey,
I got you.
Hey, no, remember the house, bro?
I got straight. I got stranger missions for days, bro. Before we even get to the house,
shit.
can I please skim? Can I skim this last stranger mission? I will shut
Go
the
ahead,
hell
go
up.
ahead, go ahead.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
hear it.
It was the blue moon where we was all kicking it, and by we not Marty and Jay Grimm, but it was me, Courtney, my girl at the time, Binu, Muhammad, Ethan, Josh. It was all of us. We was at the mall, right? I don't know what the fuck happened, but like everyone else moved forward, and it was just me, my girl at the time, and Muhammad, right? And this dude popped out the woodworks like in a Hawaiian shirt. Talk about, oh man, y'all look like y'all work out or something. You work out? I'm like, man, yeah, again, being nice. I'm like, yeah, man, I be trying, smacking Muhammad up. Yeah, man, tell him. You be, he like Muhammad, like, yeah, I be doing push-ups and shit. And so he trying to sell us some supplements. And I'm like, and he's really talking to me because I'm engaging, but I'm like shooing them off. I'm like, Muhammad, you take hug, y'all catch up with everybody else. I'll catch up with y'all.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, all right. Because Muhammad was catching the weird vibes too. And he kept going. So now dude's talking to me about these supplements and all the stuff that it does. I'm like, all right, man, like you've been talking, and I told him, this is what I said. I'm like, you kind of talking in a circle, man. Like, where the supplements at? Because you talking about you gonna give me these samples. Where the samples at? He's like, oh, at my car. Do you mind coming in my car with me? I'm like, I looked at everybody walking away, and I looked at him. I was like, all right, man, you got to make it quick because I got to make it back to everybody else. That's what I said. So now we leave the mall. He's parked super far away from everything the hell else, right? He popped the trunk. He's like, man, where is it? Where is it at? And he pulled out this briefcase, open it, and I'm like, all right, man, this look. I'm letting him know. I'm like, this look real shiesty. He's like, oh yeah, I know, I understand. No, it's nothing like that. I promise. It's just supplements. And he pulls out this box and pulls out one tablet, like just a singular tablet. He's like, here, take that. He's like, and he was like, matter of fact, I saw you had your phone out when you was talking to your buddy. Take my number down. I'm like, he's like, no, you know what? You're right. Write your number in my phone. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, fuck it. Yeah, go ahead. So he ends up texting me later. I don't take the supplement. Obviously, I'm not trusting that.
Yeah, don't take that.
No. But then
fentanyl.
I did end up, and this was the goofy on me. You live and you learn. I did end up messaging him, and I said, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I didn't trust the supplement. I didn't take it, but you had good energy. Hope you do better on your next pitch, or something along those lines, right? I'm like, I know, bro. You walked me to your car. Why did you not? Whatever. So, Stranger Mission Part 2 happens a month from that.
Okay.
Dude goes, he calls my phone. I am literally at my girl's house at the time. And I answered on a whim because I didn't save his number, I don't think, or something like that. And he was boo-hoo crying. And I told him, like, hold on, I'm gonna answer this. Dude is talking about how he had somebody who he thought was his friend, who he tells me was younger than him, saying that he couldn't talk to him no more because he thought he was a creep.
Okay.
Is this what I think it is?
So, dude, I'm telling him, I'm like, look, man, you got to understand how you coming across, man. Like, it's me in my fullest to this strange guy, right? I'm like, look, man, you got to realize how you coming off, bro. Like, you it's real strong. You got to tone it back a bit. I don't have any friends, man. I'm like, all right, bro. All right, look.
Sniffling and everything.
Everything. It was bad. He's like, can we go out there? I'm like, look, man. No. and he lost it. Do you hear me? He lost it. I'm like, all right. I was like, I'm busy right now. I was like, when are you free? He's like, whatever works for you, man. I'll make it work for you. I was like, all right. I was like, how about like tomorrow morning?
This is
I'm not
the
doing
story.
anything. So me and dude, the following morning. Now, mind you, it's so early in the morning that my mother is like, where are you going?
Yeah,
I was like,
so early.
I'm like, if I told you, you wouldn't let me go. I was like, you gotta just let me go. And she looked at me. She was like, why would I let you go if you just told me that you wouldn't? She's like, all right, go ahead. I was like, I promise I'm gonna be back. It's gonna be fine. I was like, I'm gonna be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I go to IHOP with dude, and it gets weirder because now he's talking to me about how he hasn't had any women in his life, how he's never had kids. Bro, this stranger mission is crazy. He's telling me how he has a coin collection of all these coins that are worth like thousands of dollars because they're like dated and he's checked them and all that, and he wants
Mm-hmm.
to give it to somebody to inherit. And I'm like, I can't help you with that, man. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I came here thinking that you were sad and you seem fine.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so then after that, he's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm like, look, bro, I told you everything you need to do. You coming off too strong. That was really like the gist of our breakfast date. Because unfortunately, that's what it felt like. I'm like, bro, I didn't want to be here. You got me here. This is a date. Like,
right.
And so, yeah, I blocked him after that. That was the last encounter I had with this dude. And then years later, when I say years, it was Courtney. Like, how? When did this man pop back up?
I was still at Sam's Club because I'm gonna let you tell because we saw him again at the mall. And it was during that time, it was me, you, Alicia, and Cliff. And again, we was walking off, and you seen him. Yeah. And when we got back to the car, Alicia was like, "Where's Fan?" I was like, "Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it." I'm like, "He'll be here in a few minutes. Don't worry about it."
Y'all seen him where?
At the mall again.
At the mall again. So, Fan, go ahead to the mall story first. When you see him the second time.
Because now he's tripping because I blocked him.
Okay.
And he's more like irate. And I'm like, look, bro, I'm like, I already told you before, you was coming off strong. You wanted me to be something I can't be. I don't even know what that is.
Right.
I was like, I was like, we went out for breakfast, bro. You ain't had no money. I paid your way. And then I dipped because I felt bad for you. And I'm like, I don't know what you got going on. You talking to me about kids? You talking to me about some younger dude who you was talking to? You sounding real sus.
Yeah.
On a lot of levels. And I'm talking to him straight because I'm like, I'm not afraid of you, but I'm letting you know perspective. Be aware of how you're coming off in the world right now. Mm-hmm. This is odd. And he was like, okay. He's like, after I got done talking to him, he like toned down, but then I like ran back to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And again, everybody's like, what's happening? I'm like, no, don't even worry about it. I'm like, please.
Don't even trip.
So now.
So
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So now
I need you to tell this part because I wasn't here for this.
The side mission continues because now I become part of this side mission. So, right? Check this out, right? So, I'm going to tell Muhammad's side first since Muhammad's not here. So, Muhammad didn't have a car at the time. And he's doing this thing where he always wait on the bus. But for some reason, he had one of those SpongeBob moments where he left and then the bus came. Type shit.
Okay.
So Muhammad being Muhammad, nice guy, he accepts a car ride, right? To work. Right down the street. He accepts a car ride. Mm-hmm. So apparently, I guess, weird vibes type shit, blah blah blah. I don't know the full story. Muhammad gotta be here to tell you that. But Muhammad's accepted a ride from the guy, and the guy is the guy that Fan's talking about.
Okay.
So
how does Muhammad know him? He was talking to both of y'all the first day.
But mind you, at this point when he gets this ride, this is years later. Okay, and Muhammad don't remember shit. So if he remembers Muhammad for sure doesn't remember.
Remember.
Okay.
Yeah. So he gets a ride from Muhammad, right? So I want to say weeks later because it wasn't that much time. So I worked in electronics, and I'm sitting over there by the TVs and whatnot, not doing my job as usual. And I turn around.
Getting in the steel, baby.
Right. So I turn around, and it's this dude just standing there. I'm like, you need some help, bro? He like, nah, man. I'm like, yeah? He like, is Muhammad here? Does Muhammad work today? I'm like, shit, I don't think so. I don't know, bro. He's like, okay. Well, if you see Muhammad, let him know that I came by. And then just walked off.
What?
Okay. Instantly, bro. Pulling out my phone. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, Mo. He like, yeah, what's up? I'm like, Muhammad, don't come to work. He like, I'm already here. I'm like, all right, well, I need to tell you, it's some weird guy looking for you. And he was like, is he wearing a such and such shirt with shorts? And I'm like, fuck.
Bro, man, this is scary, man.
So he called Muhammad outside coming in. Yeah. And I don't know that half of the story. Like I said, Muhammad gotta be here to tell that half. But yeah. But he was odd. He was an oddball, bro.
Yeah, we ended up piecing this together later because Muhammad was like weirded out. Because Buddy was then like lurking at his job because he dropped him off. You know, looking for him.
People in. Oh my God.
So we only pieced this together because I'm asking. I'm like, bro, like what? Like what's he look like? And he was trying to describe it to me. I'm like, wait a minute. And then I started talking just like dude, because he has a weird like lisp, like it's not a regular speech pattern, right? And Muhammad was like, whoa, you sound just how you know him? I'm like, bro, that's the same dude from like years ago. And then he got weirded out. I'm like, yeah, bro. I was like, you need to
what the fuck?
I was like, go ahead, block his number and like steer clear from him. And I didn't even get into all this with Muhammad. I just told him, I'm like, yeah, nah, just leave him alone, man. Because it's giving real off in the worst kind of way. Like I couldn't tell. It's giving like pedo, but it's also giving like suicidal, but it's also giving like I don't know what your intent could be.
Big JD vibes, man.
Like what you own right now?
Yeah.
So is that the end?
For now. Yeah. For now, I ain't ran into him since. Yeah, I hope he's off to better things.
I want to know
that man had big vibes.
I want to know how he reached Muhammad to give him the ride in the first place.
Muhammad was walking.
Yeah.
He missed the bus and he was walking down through the woods. Like I shit you not, because it's that street down Torrance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh. He was walking down there and dude pulled to the side and asked him if he needed a ride.
Yeah, that little in between section is all woods. It's creepy as hell up in there, low key.
So he was walking there, and Muhammad was already like talking about how he had seen like a dead deer or something. So he was already weirded out.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take a ride. I'm right up the street."
And
so yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Man, if he watching, bro, stay away from us.
I feel like his name is Rodrigo. Am I incorrect?
I don't remember his name. Do I still have it? Let's see.
Nope, don't look. You'll
don't look.
What is he, Slenderman?
Fuck around. Fuck around, bro.
You guys made me remember the time I accidentally got in the car with someone I thought I knew walking over to Fan's place.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on, I'll tell this story. Fan and I, when we were in high school, we lived maybe a couple miles from each other, 2-3 miles maybe? Maybe 2.
I give it 3 max.
Yeah, not crazy far. But it wasn't exactly the most convenient route to walk because you had to walk over the highway and everything and shit like that. But there was one day it was raining, and per usual, I had my backpack full of video games and snacks, and I was walking over to Fans. And I was on 159th, just on the other side of the highway when you get into Calumet City. And there's that big empty parking lot on the north side that was once a something, and it was, I don't know what it was. But
across the street from Love's?
Yeah. You know exactly.
Now, yeah.
But I was walking, I had just gotten right there, and I was walking on the north side of the street by the big parking lot, and they have, at that intersection, you can't turn left because they have all the big barriers there because there's nothing there.
Yeah.
So it's raining and I'm walking and I see someone pull into the left turn lane, basically just out of the road, and I hear them honk and they roll down the window and they're like, "Hey!" And I look over and I look and I'm like, "Oh." He goes, "Oh, come jump in. I'll give you a ride." I was like, "Oh, sweet." And I've recognized the person. It was this guy that I knew that I hadn't seen in years, Chris. And I was like, "Oh, fuck yeah. I'll go over there." I ran over there and I sat down in the car. I closed the door and I turned and looked and I immediately was like, "That is not Chris." I just got into a vehicle with a fucking stranger who saw a 14, 15-year-old child walk 13, 14-year-old child walking in the rain and was like, "Yep."
We got him.
Got me one. Yep, we got him.
So we get in the car and we're driving. And I was maybe like a mile away from Fan's house at this point. And he goes, "Yeah, man, I didn't have a car for a really long time, so I'm used to walking everywhere. And I saw you walking in the rain, so I just figured I'd help you out and give you a ride."
That's cool.
I was like, "Cool, thanks." He was like, "All right, where are you going?" And I had him like turn a block early and drop me off at some random parking lot so that they wouldn't know where I was actually going.
Good.
Yeah.
And it turned out, like, at first, I made the wrong turn on accident, and then I was like, "Actually, it's a good idea." And then I got out, and I mean, luckily for me, he was actually a nice dude, but was an idiot. I didn't tell my mom that story until probably like fucking 2 years ago.
Man.
Damn.
Oh
That one.
and that happened probably, I mean, it had to be 15, 16 years ago that happened.
Damn.
For sure. They shocked. My mom was completely removed from it too, because when he did tell my mom, it was when he was about to leave, and she was like, "What? You did what?" I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't know either. I didn't condone this. I didn't know."
Sorry, Mom.
Man,
No,
I'm
that's
searching through my
crazy.
contact for buddy number, man.
Hey,
I guess it wouldn't pop
remember
up.
the house though, man.
Bro, I don't.
no.
That's not even a stranger mention. That was just stupid.
Stupidity.
I'm gonna need you to do.
Huh?
I wasn't there, but I've heard various accounts of the story, and that was stupid.
Bro.
Stupid.
All right, so
It's a great story.
it's all right. So just to start it off, it's me, Josh, and Mo, right? Oh, and Binu. So we're the first four people there. So it's this what the theater was. There used to be this house on the right hand side. For those that that may know, it was the theater in River Oaks. For those that don't know,
Century like 18 or some
Yeah.
shit like that.
8, baby. It was Cinema 8.
across
Cinema 8,
Cinema
that's
8,
right.
yeah, Cinema 8. So right across from that, across the little bridge and whatnot, there was a house, a lone house, in the woods behind an old bank. So me, Josh, Binu, and Mo, we the first people there, right? We waiting on everybody to get off work and pull up. So we go back there, and as we walking towards the back of the house. We see the window had broken in, and at the bottom in the basement, it was flooded. Shit was all over the place. It stank, everything, right? So, me being a lookout person, I'm looking, and behind the house there was like this shed, and I'm looking. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I'm like, "Hey, Binu, Big Ben." I'm like, "Hey, Binu, shine the light over there by the shed." And Binu shined the light over there, and whatever that was behind the shed looked and peeked away. I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I instantly took off on him. Josh, Binu right behind me. Josh and Mo, they run. Let me tell you what these idiots do. When they run, they ran into each other.
Oh my god.
They ran into each other and fell. Right. So they catch up to us, and as we running through the woods, Josh get caught on a tree. We don't know he got caught on a tree. All we hear is Josh, "Oh shit, he got me. Me and Binu still going. We out of there, bro. So everybody else pull up, right? It's like at this point, it's like 11 of us, like 10, 11 of
Dang.
us, right? So this time we go in the crib, bro. When you first walk in, it's this old ass white couch, papers all over the floor. Not just any paper, newspaper. I'm talking about newspaper cutouts, everything, all over the walls.
Like somebody been like studying or something.
Type shit, yeah.
Something, man. Yeah,
all over the
weird.
walls, you see shit about 9/11 and blah blah blah, all this other shit, right? So once you walk in, like I say 7 steps to your left, you got this little this cutaway area where if you walk in, like if you just turn right, you walk in, to your left will be another room, in front of you will be a bathroom, and to your right it'll be another room. If you keep going as if you came in, there's stairways that go up to the top, and then if you go off to your right, there was a kitchen area. Kitchen area lead down to the basement. Basement area is locked off again, flooded, stank, smell like poo, all of that, right?
But
go ahead.
I just want to add right now, because at this point when all of us are going in, like I want to reaffirm, when you come in the house, it's like a living room where there's
Instantly.
a table set. It's a table set. It's newspaper clippings on the ground, some on the wall, and it's like half drank bottles all over the place, right? And like he said, when you first walk in, the living room is all to the left. I mean, all to the right. You only have a choice but to go up, and you see a door, and then there's like an opening to a hallway to the left. And then you go to the left in the hallway, like he said, there's a bathroom immediately in front of you, but then there's a door in the hallway to the right, and then 2 other doorways to the left. Right? So I want everybody to keep track of that. So that's 2 doors closed in the hallway to the left, and another one in that same hallway isolated to the right. Okay? But then when you look at it, even though the hallway is dividing it, there's this one inconspicuous door that you can see as soon as you walk in. Right? And then right next to that door is the kitchen. And when you walk in the kitchen, there is a gate. It's stairs that goes down about three down. It's a landing, and then it's a gate, and it's locked, but not well. Right? So at this point, everybody in the house is dividing and conquering. Like, we're just checking shit out, but not really, because everybody's spooked. Me and who was it? I think it was Josh and Oren. I think it was Oren, because Oren was there with us at that time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it was me, Josh, and Oren went all the way to the back room, far in the hallway, far left. Opened it. We didn't see anything. It was hella junk, and it was too much to make out, and it was freaking me out because I couldn't make everything out. Like, I could have been looking at something and not know. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna lead y'all to that. So I went back to the living room. They're still, doing whatever they're doing back there at that room. And I meet up with Muhammad, and Muhammad's like, man, should we go in the kitchen? I'm like, yeah, let's go in the kitchen, because I ain't trying to go over there. Something about over there, I don't feel right. And me and Muhammad go in the kitchen, and we just checking out like, bro, this shit weird. And then we discovered the cage. Well, first of all, we discovered the stairs, because we were just in the kitchen. We were like, bro, it smells terrible. And not like trash terrible, not like shit terrible. It's bad. It's worse than all of that.
Like BO kind of?
Nah, horrible. Bro. Like when I tell you, in my life, I haven't smelt nothing that smelled like that. So then we were like, all right, let's Muhammad's like, should we leave? I'm like, man, I mean, we here. Let's just keep. Muhammad's like, nah, man. He's like, I think we should go back with everybody else. And I'm like, I was like, what's this in the corner? And that's when we realized the steps. He's like, hey, man, I think we should go back. And I'm like, no, let's just keep going. And I go down the stairs, and I run into a gate. I was like, look, it's a gate. And he's like, bro, he's like, it's closed off for something, man. He's like, let's go back. And I'm like, And I looked at the gate and I realized I could open it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I took my phone out and I flashed the light, and I think I saw water further down.
Mm-hmm.
So I left it alone. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, because it was flooded.
And it smelled worse the further you went down.
The basement was flooded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we seen that when we went to the back. My back, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm not finna do that. Let's double back. So at this point, we double back to everybody, and everybody's kind of made up their minds that we're gonna go through the first door when you first walk in, the one you gotta run into.
Mm-hmm.
So we open that, and it ends up being a stairway up. And we're like, oh, it's upstairs? We're like, and we're like, we going up? I'm like, yeah, we going up.
I just want to say I was the first person up, my dumb ass.
Why you run up them?
I was the first person up. It was, I can tell you exactly who was behind me. It was me, then Binu, then Fan, then
I think Austin, actually.
Austin, yep.
Austin, Austin Bixson.
Yep.
Shout out Austin.
So we go up the stairs, right? Once you get up there, I kid you not, there is big bold writing above the door that says, "This is not a home. Get out while you can." Yep.
Oh, mean.
Yep.
That's what it said on the walls. It was crazy.
On the wall, right above the door and everything.
Yeah, so, before you even went in the room, that's what it said.
Yep. Door closed. We sitting there. I'm like, well, we made it this far. So I kicked the door open. Right?
You kicked it open.
I kicked that bitch open. Hell yeah. Kicked the door open, bro. Boom. Bigfoot. So once I kicked the door open, the door flew open. There was a circle in the middle of the floor.
Yeah.
And candles that had been lit.
They were lit when y'all was looking at them?
No, they wasn't lit, but
no.
You could see that they had been lit, like they was melted.
Oh, they had been lit. Okay.
So there was a circle on the floor, and it was candles that was melted and shit, like they had been lit or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So we get up there. Luckily, it wasn't shit in the room except for that. Like it was just an empty ass, dirty ass room. So
what the hell?
Yeah, I'm like, well, shit. I know what happened here. Go ahead, fam.
I was gonna say you leaving out a key part.
What?
The key part is it was a pentagram on the ground, and the candles were lit like on each point of the star.
I thought that was pretty much a given. But yeah, you're right.
I had to make sure
right.
that was
yeah. Yeah, it was. For those who listening, it was a pentagram. Yes, it was. And I was like, yeah, I know what happened here. And yeah, so we go back downstairs.
I don't want to be there.
We go back downstairs, man.
You're like, yep, this tracks. Let's get out of here.
And,
yeah, this tracks.
And then one last thing, we like, man. All right, so it's one room we haven't checked. The door that has been closed this whole time. This is the only room we have not touched. So we get to the door, and again, why? It's me. I open the door. So this time, I'm not kicking in no more doors. So this time, I should have kicked the door in, but this time, so I turn the handle, I slowly push it open, and it's like this bed just on the floor, and it's like all these sheets and shit.
Like an air mattress type shit?
No, it was just a mattress, just a whole mattress, and it was just all these sheets on it. So we opened up the door, and I'm like, "Hey, Josh, shine a light in here." He shined a light in. I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" So I push the door open some more, and I'm getting ready to creep in, and I kid you not, bro, this motherfucker rolls over, and all I heard was, nigga, I took. Bro, when I say I was the first person that took off, bro, I was gone, bro.
So let me. I'm gonna give y'all my perspective when this happened. I'm in the living room. Courtney runs past me. Josh runs past me. Clifton runs past me. And at this point, anyone else who's in here is darted out. Muhammad's the last one that leaves, and I'm like, bro, why are we running? What happened? I missed it. I don't know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what? And I look back, I don't see nothing. So I step out the side and I ask again, why y'all running?
I was the only person that saw it.
And Muhammad's like, come on. Josh like, come on. At this point, I walk off the porch and I'm with them. So mind you, there's no trail to this house. It's just trees. So you got to walk through to get to this in the first place. So everybody's like already running back through the trees the way we came to get out. And Josh and Muhammad are like, let's go. Josh is telling me, because Josh was there with Courtney, he's like, hey, we got to go. It's somebody in the room. It's somebody in there. That's what he keeps saying. There's somebody in there. And I'm like, bro, it ain't nobody here. And then I turned around. I'm like, look. And I turned around because everybody darted out. And I walked out last. But now the door is closed. I didn't close it.
The door that Courtney opened.
No, the door to the house, the front door, was closed. And that's what made me kind of suspicious, because it's been open the whole time. When we came in, we left it open. It stayed open. But now when I turn around and it's closed, now I'm like, y'all might be right. All right, fuck it. Let's go.
Right.
And I kind of like walk over to get a light jaw. Let me catch up with everybody just in case.
Yeah.
You know? And now, like, we go back because it's like a lot where we all had parked way down. And I'm like, okay, so we going back? And they're like, no, when we want to go.
Right.
I'm like, bro, I don't fully believe there's somebody there. I'm like, the door could have just closed back by the wind.
Right, everybody running through it.
But everybody's like diffusing it by saying what I just said to y'all. They're like, no, the door was open the whole time. There ain't no way it just closed by itself. Somebody did that shit. I'm like,
right.
I'm going to see. And now everybody, doing what people do. Man, we go back, you going in first. I'm like, all right, that's fine. I'll do it.
Except for Muhammad. He stayed back this time with scared ass.
He
didn't come back. Where'd he stay? Like, how far did y'all get out?
By the car.
Oh, y'all, okay.
So we go back. I'm just going to fast forward to when we get back to the house. We get back to the house. We go inside. Nothing is as we left it. Everything is closed now. And now I'm like, yeah, it's probably somebody in here. I'm like, it's probably somebody in here.
So
no.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so how did this go?
We walked in. This time you was in front. It was me and then Josh. And
because Josh wasn't having no parts. He was here, but he wasn't really here. At this point, everybody has made, because this was my point before we went back to the house. I'm like, I'm not finna be no bitch. If it's one person, it's about 10 of us. Why am I concerned about one person? I'm like, let's just like. And then if it's a ghost, that's a whole other thing. But I need to see it.
Talk his ass out.
I'm like, I'm not concerned about this. So then we go back. I open the door. And first of all, before I open the door, I am having hella second thoughts. This is where my inner coach is saying, go home. Because it's like, the door is closed. They told me they opened it. Before I even get to the particular door that I know they opened, every other door is now closed. Everything in my mind is saying, yeah, you shouldn't open this. You shouldn't. But fuck it, here we go. I'm not listening to coach. This is my life. I'm gonna live this motherfucker. So I open the door. Like I open it, and dude is like right by the door, just standing right by the door.
The guy there is a real person.
It's a guy.
Okay.
He's there. He's in the room, and I'm like, hey.
You said like, what's up? Or like, hey,
hey, no, like, what's up? I said like, what's up? Because I'm scared. But like, what the fuck else am I gonna do? You're human. So what's up, man? I'm like, hey. All he says to me is the basement is in the kitchen. I'm like, all right. And I close the door. And at that point, I turn around and see Josh like. He's like, is somebody in? I'm like, it's somebody in there. Let's go. I'm like, look. And we all just get the bolting out of there at that point.
What that means, though?
So, I'm about to get to that. So, before that, at this time, Fan used to have a camera, right? That he always used to carry around. And he took pictures of the house. So, in one of the pictures, there was like this shit in the trees that was like watching us. Like, I don't know how to fucking describe it. It was just this eerie looking ass thing that was in the trees watching us. But no.
Entanglement.
So
I still have that.
the reason why he said that the basement is in the kitchen, because when I told my pops this story, my pops told me that they used to hide bodies in the basement of the house.
In the river too.
And in the river.
We ended up Googling this after the fact, and we was like, oh,
yeah,
it tracks. Like, okay,
basement.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they recently,
that's why it smelled like that.
It recently, as of like last year, they completely leveled that house.
As of just last year?
Just last year, that thing was up.
Wow. I definitely remember like driving by looking and seeing it, but not like I wonder who lived back there kind of shit. But I ain't never even been that close.
Nobody has lived there. So they boarded it up shortly after our little encounter. But nothing happened to it after that. They just boarded it up. And they put up a gate to keep people from going back there.
Damn. So that mean they found something for real.
And then so yeah, this past year they got rid of the gate. Then they created like a pathway to the house. And then they like completely demolished it. Like level. Like now it's just grass over back there.
Damn.
But yeah.
It's about time.
Yeah.
Overdue. Overdue.
I'm not convinced that one of you fuckers didn't lose your soul and you're a fucking skinwalker now.
One of y'all.
Probably Josh.
I don't know which one all it is, but one of you is.
Probably Josh.
I'm trying to think who would I put my money on or who it was.
I mean,
one of y'all. Go ahead, what?
I was gonna say Muhammad's the easy answer, but Muhammad's
Shout out Muhu, bro.
Shout out Muhu, man. That'd be such a plot twist. That would explain everything, though.
Yeah.
But I mean, it would explain a lot, but also I'd be kind of sad because I like Muhammad.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
But that means the real Moham is underneath the rubble.
Right.
Say it ain't so Muhu.
When the stranger mission becomes the main quest.
Man, for real.
Oh shit. Time to level up.
Yo. Yeah, man.
Gotta get good.
What's before I keep talking? What's
hour
the
45
time right now? Hour 45. Man, we be on.
Yeah, we made a good time.
Y'all let me ramble. I appreciate that.
No, that's good. People needed to hear them stories. People.
I think it's nice to have some deep, focused conversation, but sometimes it's good to just shoot the shit.
Yeah.
And we've talked as I think this might have been, at least it sounded like this was part of the rationale for y'all starting to do this, but if we could have some of our old Xbox party conversations recorded, man, horrible. One, I'd probably be in prison and on several watch lists.
Oh, terrible.
Oh, goodness.
But two, damn, it'd be funny. We had some good stuff.
Some phenomenal,
man,
conversations, both funny and real alike. They were great conversations.
That was the time.
Sometimes I wish I could have that sound bite of Kelly Montoya raging, just saying, "I quit."
She threw the headset, and we heard like her voice from across the room, and then she hit the power button.
That's because of A Boogie, toxic ass.
Shout out Alex Tucker.
Yeah, on Tekken.
Tekken, yeah, it's Yoshimitsu.
No, Jay, remember when I first started coming around and we played Tekken, and I beat Corey, and he got mad. he got mad and cussed me out.
Were you here for this, John? Or?
Was John there for that?
Yeah,
because he added me as a friend. Because and then I beat him, and he just went off.
Stop hurting people's feelings, Joe.
That's. So here's another thing. Not to be on too serious of a note, but for that particular person, I was thinking about like, man, I had lots of grief and lots of gripes with this person. Didn't get overall, just not the type of person I wanted to be around. But then I think about like what his home life was like and what his upbringing was like. And I think about that and I'm like, all right, yeah, that makes sense.
It tracks.
That's title of the episode.
It tracks.
No, title of the episode, tracking.
Man, for real.
Are you tracking? Oh no, 100%, man.
Yeah, I didn't want to, because they're recording. I didn't want to name names or anyone's business out there like that. But just the home situation and the tough situations that he was put in.
Yeah.
It kind of explains a lot. I think. He could have been like that independent, but I think that he had a lot of responsibility placed on him as a 16, 17-year-old guy who was kind of a jerk, and I think that kind of just turned him into what he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, man.
I was gonna say I'm not sure who you're talking about, but he sounds like Donnie from Adventure Time.
Man.
I thought you were gonna say Darko. I was gonna say, dang.
Yeah, that's tough. Nah. But if you watch Adventure Time, you know who I'm talking about, and it sounds like this guy. But go ahead.
Well, go ahead, John.
I was gonna say I haven't seen Adventure Time, but I'll have to pull it up.
I was gonna say a lot.
We don't have to unpack all of that. I just want to say it out loud because it popped into my head today.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. So let me pivot from that then, right? Like I said earlier, like it's hard to hate up close. All right, like I think you asked me something about that. You like, man, fam, what? How? It wasn't like how did we get there? It was like what? Something along the lines of like what allowed us to have that close. I was like, man, we were just, nice as shit with no boundaries, bro. Like, I was like, I don't know, like that's just what I got for you. I think that's where we was at.
That's where we're at. No boundaries.
Yeah, like,
and at least my thing when I was a kid was at least when I was that age, was doing what I perceived to be cool up until late, like up until the second half of junior year.
Yeah.
Of high school, and then senior year is when I stopped caring as much. And then I went to college and kind of started over, unfortunately. But yeah, I was different. I wanted to fit in. So I think that prevented me. But also I didn't know what boundaries were as a kid. We don't fucking know.
Not at all.
We don't have boundaries. Boundaries with your parents and home life don't fucking exist.
They didn't at the time.
No. So we don't, especially I feel like that's more of a thing now with our generation who are raising kids, making sure that they're, able to delineate their own space from others and set boundaries. But I don't think that was a thing.
Yeah. Especially it's just different now because I feel like information is way more prominent at people's fingertips. So like you get on and you're more likely to hear something about boundaries or mental health or even self-respect in depth on how you need to practice. Like we didn't have none of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Yeah, if I had to spin this, into another funny conversation, and I'm gonna keep it brief because I don't know how I'm gonna tell this because I'm not trying to tell names, right? But we had this person who shall be remained unnamed.
I can always bleep it
Me,
out.
I ain't gonna do all that. That's extra work. Um, Running into the new version of him, right? Which was initially Courtney's, but then stuck around for the group. So they met each other once on the game, and it was crazy.
Are we talking about the same person?
So the initial person who you were talking about
Yep.
met Courtney's version of that, and for
Oh,
us,
oh
did?
shit!
yeah,
Yes.
they did. Yes, they did. They did.
Yes.
Was I
It
here for
only
that?
happened. No, it only happened once. It happened once, and then
My shoulder.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it
Oh, you
only
talking
happened.
about the other one? 'Cause I had two. That's why I was like, they did? I thought you
No,
were
no,
talking
no,
about my
no,
first
no,
one.
not not fur. I'm
Yeah.
talking about shoulder. So so like they met and it was crazy because I haven't spoke to him in a good minute. I'm talking about the one John was referencing, right? He's eager to tell me how life is so much better. He's truck driving. I think he told me he stays in like either Wisconsin or Michigan or something. Like he's like, I'm like, "Oh, good for you, man. Good stuff." And then here comes Shoulders intervening. No one's talking to him. But he's like, hey man, like if you do X, Y, and Z, you can make more money and do da 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 da. And because to even further the point that John was making, he was like, yeah, but I'm fine where I'm at. Thanks though. And literally like left it like that. But seeing how Courtney's guy was literally his parallel, like they think exactly the same, he took offense.
Why?
No one asked. And if you ask me, the one that John was referencing actually handled that a lot better than the old him, because the old him probably would have just said some wild off the wall shit, right? I'm
He
thinking,
definitely would have cooked his ass.
right? I'm like, yeah, we cool. And then so it became a thing where they went back and forth, and I'm like, oh gosh, I have two moments like that in the group, bro. It was that one, and then the most dreaded time I've ever been in a group. It was, and now I'm gonna name names because I still fuck with all of y'all. But this moment was terrible for me personally. It was James, Leslie, and Chris.
Oh yeah.
I left. I'm like, yeah, y'all can keep this up. I'm gone. I'm not finna sit here and listen to this because it started off sports.
Yep.
It's sports with Chris, Leslie, and James. I don't care.
It starts out with sports,
bro. So for those watching, if you don't know, James comes for how do I want to say this? He's here for the conversation. He's gonna have a good time regardless of what y'all talking about. He just likes talking. Leslie also likes talking, but only for himself. He likes hearing himself talk. Right? But has a lot of great info though. Let me say that. Like, but he don't pause to let you get your input in, right? And Chris will ad lib and instigate until this becomes a fight. He don't care. He don't care what you're talking about. He wants to see blood. And is only adamant, as far as I know, about one thing, and that's basketball. And that Michael Jordan wasn't the greatest. So two things. So
Jabron
Lane. So they started off here talking about Michael, because James came in talking about how Michael Jordan was the GOAT. This conversation went on for over an hour. You're at, as we talked about in the last episode, my bandwidth was at its limit. I'm like, all right, yep, I'm over it. And then here comes James with more fuel for the fire and saying, he's like, yeah, because he's like, LeBron is like Drake. And Chris like, no, don't do that. And I'm like, yeah, this is where I stop. I left. I left because Leslie was getting riled up. Told her, "You mean Kanye?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not here for this, man. I'm not."
They finna get the throwing hands in the
For
Xbox
real.
party.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, John.
I was gonna segue to a different James story.
Talk to me.
My favorite James story is when we were all going to Six Flags the next day. You, me, James, and Alex, A Boogie.
I remember this.
We were staying up late playing Xbox and shit like that. And, James was laying on the couch that was in the room, and he was laying down, and his eyes were open a little bit, but he was sleeping. So he was snoring. We could hear him. And he was out. But his eyes were still like open. Not all the way open, like wide awake, but like
no, but just
probably how wide my eyes are naturally, like this, just like me. But we were sitting there, we were looking at James, we were just messing around, and it's a super short story. We were just like, "Oh yeah, man, James is asleep," and he just goes like, "No, I'm not."
He sat up, bro.
Mid snore, eyes open, nothing changed except he just sat up. He was, "No, I'm not."
Just like that, bro. And what's crazy about it is that we was like, doing all this in his face, trying to see if it's real. I mean, he's snoring. That should be more than enough. But like John said, the amount that his eyes was open, we didn't know for sure. We like, bro, you up?
Yeah.
So
I gotta find. There was one picture. I don't know where I can find it, but there's a picture of the four of us that are sitting at the pool, or sitting on the ledge around the pool at the very entrance to Six Flags in Gurnee.
Yeah. I probably still got that, to be honest.
That picture goes hard. Like if the four of us were to drop an album, or any one of us were to drop an album, that could be the cover.
It needs to be the cover. I agree.
That's fire.
Actually, let me go.
If you have it handy, I'd have to dig deep to try and find it. I know it's not on my phone. I'd have to look somewhere else to try and find it.
I just gotta I have to reactivate Facebook, and I could probably grab it for you.
It's not urgent. I could probably do the same.
Both of y'all, Facebook's deactivated.
It's gone, bro.
Yeah, it's been good.
I need to do the same thing, low key.
It's been years.
Actually, I don't think mine deactivated. I don't even log in. I haven't logged in years. Man, go ahead. I ain't gonna get it.
Oh! Before we get too far away.
Oh shit!
Blues, baby.
You see what I'm saying? You gave me
blues.
Well, how many blues you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Man, that's
7.
that's half your rent right there, boy.
Right.
Go ahead and get that to the landlord. He ain't gonna know.
Boy, he finna shoot my goofy ass for giving this to him.
Oh shit.
Oh, confused for you.
Yeah, we got 2 hours now.
Beautiful.
Man.
Damn, you heard what she said?
No.
She picked it up and said, "This shit fake."
Who, Glenna did?
I know it's
hey babe, can you hand me that wad of hundreds I got in there real quick? Can you hand me that grip?
Right. Hand me that stack of hundreds you got.
That shit fake.
She said it so soft, like she just knew, like, goofy motherfucker. That shit fake.
Funny as hell.
I'm trying to find this photo for John, but anything you want to leave on a cliffhanger for the next one, or no?
I got something. I don't know if I'm invited back for next week.
Bro, we've been waiting for you to pop up. What are you talking about?
Pull up.
Pull up. All right, I'm outside.
Oh.
Hey, I pulled up to Marty's once at like 3 a.m. like a year and a half ago when this motherfucker let me in. He let me in.
You muted, bro.
My bad. I was talking to Quinto, but I hella let him in. Hella let him in. Like, I got some pillows, G. You just say, this man got up and went for a run. I couldn't believe it.
I loved it. I love that.
I was like, what?
What? Living life, doing what you want to do.
Yeah, you was outside. He's like, let me see what you got going on in your neighborhood. I'm finna go for a jog.
Let's sightsee here. What's to y'all?
That's how I found that cemetery I was talking about.
Really?
Just jogging?
Yeah. I went down a road earlier today that I hadn't gone down before, and I was like, "There's a cemetery over here. What the fuck?" let me creep on Unk.
Right. The OG.
Right, the original.
Since you brought that up,
what, cemeteries?
Yeah, actually, over, and I've never noticed this, but like, right by the, I ain't got to do all that. It's over by our high school. Right before you hit the turn, that's by those train tracks past the high school. Like you're going towards the quarry, towards the quarry.
Yep.
Okay.
On the left-hand side, there is a gate.
Yep.
So there is a single headstone over there.
That I did not.
Single?
It's one, just one.
You know who it is?
Nah, but I'll get back to you. I'll go check. Stranger.
I know the gate, but I didn't know there was just.
Yeah, nah, it's just
That's
one.
Crazy.
And it's all forest over there, but it's just one big headstone. I've always seen the gate. I've always seen the forest, but I've never noticed the headstone until like last week.
Was that somebody that just didn't want to sell their plot kind of situation?
Bro, I'm going to get back to you. I'll let you know. Because, I thought that was kind of eerie. Like,
it is.
It's dope, though.
It kind of is. Not even kind of. It is.
Man, it's a bit of a reach, but anytime I think of Corey's, I think of Dylan Cunningham now.
Why?
Because they were doing a training exercise in a quarry that was filled with water when that incident happened.
Got you.
That's why I think. I was talking to his brother Cody on shooting messages back and forth the other day, and Cody's so goddamn handsome it pisses me off.
No, he is, man.
Damn, he's so good looking. He's
a good looking dude, man.
He was such a tiny little scrawny kid, like freshman, sophomore year of high school. Everybody split up and went their separate ways, and now this motherfucker like sells motorcycles and is just an absolute stud.
Oh, he has Quiver status.
Bro, like, he became that guy. It was crazy.
He became that fucking guy. Yeah, dude's handsome.
Be blowing up.
I damn near drop a picture of Cody in the chat.
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
The Diddy did.
Oh, but that clip. Oh, you found it.
What?
Yeah.
Do I need to check the chat?
I'm gonna drop it in the chat so you don't have to search. Give me a second.
I don't know everything about it, man. The Aeropostale shirts.
Oh my goodness.
James just casually throwing up the deuce.
That's funny.
There y'all go.
Shorts below the knees. Yup.
Oh damn. Oh Damn.
Remember we said big shorts and buzz cuts.
that was my fuck. Oh, I don't even know what to. That's what I lived by at that time.
Polo smooth as hell.
Big shorts and buzz cuts.
That was crazy. That's a time.
Man, for real.
Alex won a guitar that day too. That was crazy.
Oh, that's what's in the box?
Yeah, that's what's in the box.
That's in the box.
Damn, what the fuck? Y'all young as hell.
But somehow grown as fuck. Because we was young, but it was like, look at that.
Like, what grade was that, though?
Do you know? Nah.
I didn't meet you until freshman year of high school, so that had to be like sophomore year.
I'd agree.
So probably like 2008, 2009.
Damn.
Right?
That's crazy.
Life be lifing, bro.
Just so you know, and I'm saying this because this came up recently. Somebody asked me, they was like, what do you think? You think you're the, well, no, what was the question? They were like, do you think you could beat up the high school version of you? I was like, shit, I don't know. Because freshman, sophomore version of me was a dog. I think that version of me might beat my ass. Like, I don't know. I was like, can I lift more now? Yeah, for sure. But like, I don't know. I was on something with no direction. I was just on something.
I think that's what makes freshman, sophomore fans so scary. Is it was just no guidance. It was just blinders on. Just...
No guidance,
bro. I was already.
Was like the boogeyman, boy.
And the thing is, and what I hate about it, because like now, like we was talking about with information, right? All this is in the ether. Like you know what's what. I didn't know. I was freshman benching 315. No one told me that this was like crazy. I'm thinking, oh, I got it.
Right.
Like, I'm like, okay. If somebody would have told me how close I was to like Columbine shit, if I would have just stayed the path, you feel me? I'm like,
this is normal. This is just Tuesday, man.
I think I'm gonna get a girl.
Me.
Yeah. Now my inner coach didn't know shit as far as that. If we're talking about it,
man.
That's cap. That's cap. Because before then, I was in a camp and I should have been, but I'm like, it's my life. I'm gonna have fun. That's literally what happened.
I'm gonna have fun.
Literally, I'm gonna have fun.
I fucking kudos to you for having a coach in existence. I was all air up there, man. There wasn't shit going on between these years. Not a fucking thing.
Just air.
Bro. I'm thinking about a lot. I'm just gonna say this last thing. Because I think I really got to talking to John after I fucked myself up. I had the cast on when I met you, right?
Yeah, you were on crutches.
Crutches.
Damn.
Yeah, I fucked myself up so many times I didn't know which was which. So yeah, I was on crutches. You
had a broken ankle, I think.
Yeah, fucked that up. And at that point, what was happening, man? Even then, because I remember there was some people in the class that was trying to talk to me, and I'm like,
I could name drop the name of one of them. I can drop two names that we're trying to talk to you right now.
And my inner coach was like,
your boy was jealous. I was like, damn, this is fine as fuck.
My inner coach was like, no, sir. And I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm cool.
I was like, this man gets bitches.
And I didn't know that I did. I didn't.
Bro.
I thought.
I've been trying to tell this man for the longest, bro. For the fucking longest, man. Nah. Hey, no, hold on. I gotta tell this story now. I'm not gonna drop. I ain't gonna name drop, but I gotta tell this story. Okay. So, I don't know what. I think we went out to eat some shit or whatever. Then we went back to Cliff Crib and shit. and Fan get a call from this chick, whatever, right? So she like I think it was her and her friend, and I knew her friend. So I'm like, Fan on the phone with her and shit, and she trying to get Fan to slide through. Fan tell me who it is, and I'm like, is she with such and such? He like, yeah. I'm like, I mean, you need a wingman, bro. I'm like, I already know her, so it ain't shit for me, you know. I'm like, he like, nah, man, I ain't trying to do it. I'm like, Fan, come on, man. If you need a wingman, I'm right here. Unless you want to take them both down. I mean, hey, you know.
That's on you.
That's right.
No, my inner coach, bro. Even then, it was like, nah. Because I seen it, and the crazy part is, the person didn't call. They used the person that I knew to call, but it was the person who Courtney knew who called. Okay, y'all tracking?
Some like three-way attack shit.
So here's how it went. The person who Courtney knew used the person who I knew's phone to call me, and was like, Fan, I don't know what you're doing or where you at, but you need to come and get such and such, cause they need you. I'm like, yeah, they don't need nothing. They were like, well, they talking about you in your absence, and I don't know what you're gonna do about it, but we at such and such and such.
Pull up.
Shit,
Did you pull up?
Courtney like, is that? And I'm like, yeah, actually it is. And I tell them, and they're like, well, bring him too. I'm like,
y'all
I'm already down, bro.
Y'all in there.
and I'm telling them, I'm like, no, we're not though. We're not.
I was down. Fan wasn't. I was.
And now she pulling the friend that Courtney knew is trying to pull this card of like something you know you want to, so you might as well stop playing. Y'all keep playing da 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 da. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm finna go. I'm over here, you know, hanging with my friends. I see what you on. Y'all having a good time. I hope y'all continue to have a good time. Click. Courtney like, so we going? I'm like, nah, man, we not.
Y'all should have went, bro.
On me, that's what I was telling you.
Inner coach, bro. Inner coach. I didn't even know. I just knew. I ain't want nothing to do with that. That ain't got that. No,
Sounds
I
like
don't.
A great time, man.
It would have been an amazing time.
Too
For
good.
the moment, but what about the future?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, because okay. Look, all jokes aside, if we did slide on that, I'm not gonna lie, that would have been a hot summer for me. That would have been a hot
He
summer.
said he on his hot boy shit.
No, because it was the person that she used to date. We didn't like each other. So yeah, and I think he was still around at that time too. So
he was just lurking.
I mean, not like around, but he was still in the area type shit. Yeah.
No, for sure. Yeah, we don't do toxicity over this way. I don't. Nah.
Keep that over there.
Finn will get a phone call. The way this man, like, I've been around Finn enough times, at least around that period when he would receive these kinds of phone calls, that he would get a phone call. The person could be like, I'm gonna come suck your dick, and I'm gonna come do this and this, and blah 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 blah. But if you only hear the phone call from Fran's perspective, you just go, "Hello, all right,
yep,
I'm good,
yep,
all right,
yep."
And that's it. I'm like, "What happened?" He's like,
"Click."
Just said, I'm like, "What?" It would be the most nonchalant shit if you just see it from fans' perspective.
Bro, because it was disrespectful to me, because like how I'm living, what the fuck gave you the audacity to talk to me like this? You don't fucking know me. We ain't never went out. I don't know who you are. You think you know me. Bitch, get the fuck off my line. I gave you my number because I thought we was going, grow. Not you trying to gobble meat, bitch. Like, no, I'm not. I'm no season of Fanuel has ever been about that. I just gotta say that for the record. So, like, no.
That's fair.
No, bro. No, bro.
Stick to your roots.
Man was
big
just
dog.
out here trying to get character development, and people out here just not letting it be. Fans been trying since fucking '94, baby.
Bro, character development. Meanwhile, life, God, I don't care what you call it. Been Mika, Smaka, Buka, in the background. That's the reason I'm like, yo, I ain't got time for none of what y'all talk about. I got stuff to heal from. Fuck y'all. Like, no, real life, man. Fuck with y'all.
I just want to say, like, man, if Fan ever did go down that route, I had chicks waiting on him, bro. Not gonna lie.
Fan would have been diabolical.
Shit, I was waiting on him. I was fucking with
No Diddy, y'all. No Diddy. This is the A1 day one.
No Diddy.
Right.
Man, because I was when I was dating this one chick in college and shit, I used to go out there and see her and shit. Her friends was bad. I ain't gonna lie. Not gonna lie. And her friends wanted Fan, Muhammad, and Josh.
I remember you telling me that.
Yep.
I remember you telling me that because something happened with.
Cause it was she had threw a party and shit, and they was asking me about my friends and shit. So I showed them pictures and whatnot. Man, they see Fan, Muhammad, and Josh. Boy, they was trying to get back. They was trying to get back, man.
That's crazy.
Look at Courtney though. You trying to see pics of my boys?
Right.
Man.
Right.
I'm telling you.
That's the type of person you need in your corner.
Bro. Bro, the assist game strong.
Man, I'm telling you, man.
What I want to say about that? Damn. It was something I wanted to say. I think it was Oh, you was like, if I ever go down that path. So shout out my guy Donnie, because he was just saying, he was like, he said something similar. He was like, yeah, Fan can't go down no villain arc. His villain arc would just be him not talking to nobody. I was like, yeah. You pretty much right, because if I ever did choose like actual diabolical shit, it would be worse, because I think it would be like conviction behind it. I feel like when most people do that type of thing, it's just cluelessness.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're following lust, like they're just having a good time, feeling the feeling. I feel like mine would be way more vindictive. That's why, like, I can't do that.
Why you feel like that though?
Because I'm too present. Like, I know of who I'm talking to.
Mm-hmm.
I consider people, so I can't just do that. And like, if I do that, I already know how you feel. I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna ask for no apology later. I'm like, yeah, no, it would be like everything I think, just not from what I perceive as good. It would be like, no, yeah, you're just beneath me. So like, are we doing this or nah?
Or no?
And if not, then there's plenty of others like, that's head ass. That's very, I don't know, like. To think of another human being as lesser to me in itself is problematic in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel it.
I'm gonna double back to this and write to this. What?
We have
Cue
2:30.
Jezebel by Memphis May Fire.
Wait, say the song again.
I said cue up Jezebel by Memphis May Fire.
Yes. Yes.
You gotta.
I need to know that one.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let me go to Spotify as we speak. Add it to the list.
Go ahead, add The Command by them as well. That is my personal.
But yeah, we at 2:20.
Damn.
Okay, I'll shut the hell up. Go ahead.
Do you want a cliffhanger for next week?
Go crazy.
Yeah, give us one.
I recently went through I flew for work, and I went through airport security with something I should not have gone through airport security with.
Oh shit!
And I got out scot-free.
I can't wait.
What was it? Don't tell me, but like, what the fuck was that?
That'll be a good cliffhanger, and it made me think about how if situations were different, it may not have gone as smoothly for someone else who wasn't, I don't know, a straight white guy.
Hey,
Oh,
if y'all
shit.
made it this far in the video, I need you to type strange emissions in the comments.
Stranger missions.
All right, I know you said stranger missions, but it sounded like you said strange emissions, which is fucking foul.
You know what? No.
That's in the chat. Strange emissions.
He's right. It is 421. So in honor of 420, I need you to write strange emissions in the chat.
Strange emissions. Crazy.
Strange emissions.
Oh shit.
I want it hyphenated and everything. Strange emissions. All right.
I
In
like
the chat. If you like the video,
Like the video.
like the video. God
What?
damn it! You
Shout
gotta
out,
let
Nick,
them
man.
know.
Shout out, Nick.
Shout out.
What that?
Shout out,
No,
Merc.
let me quit.
Shout out, Merc, bro. I know the neighbors is like.
All right. Well, that's been episode 13, lucky number 13. Everyday Epiphanies podcast, where we sit up here every other week and yap about a variety of miscellaneous topics with Marty, Midas, and Fan, and our new, well, not new, but old friend, and welcome to the family, to the podcast, Jay Grim in the building.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna be it. Catch y'all in 2 weeks. I'm out.